Hello, future top notchers. Welcome to our Let Review series on professional education. So, in this video, we'll go through a set of actual let questions along with clear rationalization to help you understand the concepts better. So, grab your notebook and pen right now, focus, and get ready to practice like a pro. So, this is your chance to sharpen your skills and boost your confidence for the exam. Number one, what kind of knowledge processing is involved when teacher Gary asks his students to reflect on themselves as self-learners? Letter A, observation. Letter B, induction. Letter C, metacognition. Or letter D, deduction. Alright, the correct answer is letter C, metacognition. So we all know that metacognition refers to thinking about one's own thinking. So when teacher Gary asks students to reflect on themselves as self-learners, he is encouraging them to be aware of how they learn, how they assess their strategies, and regulate their own learning processes. So these are the key aspects of metacognition. All right. So the other choices are incorrect because for letter A, observation, this one is simply noticing or perceiving something through the senses. So it does not necessarily involve reflecting on one's own learning. While for induction, induction is reasoning from specific instances to form a general principle, while deduction is reasoning from a general principle to specific conclusion. So only letter C. Number two, a Filipino master's degree graduate is surprised to know that he cannot proceed to the doctorate program applied for in the US because of the short 10-year basic education in the Philippines. So based on Bronfenbrenner's theory, to which system in the environment can this be attributed? Letter A, mesosystem, letter B, exosystem, letter C, macrosystem, or letter D, chronology system. Okay, so the correct answer is macrosystem. So the macrosystem refers to the broader cultural and societal influences that shape an individual's life, such as educational policies, cultural values, and national education systems. So the Filipino graduate's inability to proceed to a doctorate program because of the Philippines' shorter basic education system is a direct result of these large-scale societal and policy-level factors. Okay, so why the other choices are incorrect? For letter A, mesosystem, this refers to the interconnections between the person's immediate settings, like for example, relationship between home and school. So it does not involve national education policies. While ecosystem for letter B, this consists of social systems that indirectly influence the individual, like, for example, parents, workplace. So educational structure is a broader societal issue, not just an indirect influence. Okay, so this is incorrect. For chronosystem or chronology system, this involves changes over time in the individual's environment, like life transition or historical events. So while time may be a factor, so the issue is more about the over uh, arcing educational policy at the societal level. So the best answer is macro system. Number three, on which principle is your conviction based if you provide positive reinforcement whenever all learner performs an acceptable behavior on their own? Letter A, cognitivism, letter B, behaviorism, letter C, constructivism, or letter D, psychoanalytic. Okay, the correct answer is behaviorism, letter B. So, behaviorism focuses on observable behaviors and how they can be shaped through reinforcement and punishment. So, providing positive reinforcement like praise or rewards when a learner performs an acceptable behavior is a classic example of operant conditioning by Skinner. So, this is a key principle of behaviorism. All right. For letter A, cognitivism, and this one emphasizes mental processes such as thinking and understanding. So this is not all about reinforcement of behavior, so it's wrong. For letter C, constructivism, this highlights learners actively constructing knowledge through experiences and interaction, so not through reinforcement of behavior. While psychoanalytic focuses on unconscious motives in early childhood experiences, by Simon Freud, but this one is unrelated to the use of positive reinforcement. So behaviorism is the best answer. Number four, professor passes measures learning by the outward expression of new behaviors, such as the ability to solve math with ease. So which theory does she apply? Letter A, cognitivism. Letter B, social learning theory. Letter C, behaviorist theory. Or letter D, multiple intelligence. Okay, the correct answer is letter C. So behaviorist theory in we all know that behaviorism measures learning as a change in observable behavior. So Professor Passes looks at the learner's ability to solve math problems with ease. So this one is an outward and measurable action rather than focusing on internal thought processes. So this one aligns with the behaviorist principle of learning by John Watson and B.F. Skinner. Okay. For cognitivism, this one is incorrect because cognitivism focuses on internal mental processes like understanding, memory, and problem solving, not merely observable behavior. While social learning theory emphasizes learning through observation, imitation, and modeling, this one is the theory of Albert Bandura, which involves both cognitive and social components, so not just outward performance. While multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner's theory, um, this one emphasizes that people have different kinds of intelligences, like in linguistic, logical, mathematical, and more, but it does not define learning strictly as a change in behavior. Number five, in formulating the table of specifications on learning competencies, in what instance is TOS required in test standardization? Letter A, when test items are planned. Letter B, when test subjects are determined. Letter C, when test results are under pretest. Or letter D, when a tryout test is done. Okay, the correct answer is letter A, when item tests are planned. So a table of specifications or TOS is created before writing the actual test items. So it served as a blueprint to ensure that the test will cover the intended learning competencies in the correct distribution of cognitive levels. So planning with a TOS guarantees content validity right from the start. All right. Number six. With RA 10912, which is mandatory for professionals. Letter A, continuing professional development. Letter B, continuing professional education. Letter C, continuing personal development. Or letter D, continuous professional education. Okay, so continuing professional development, letter A, uh, or the CPD Act of 2016, also known as RA 10912, requires all registered and licensed professionals to earn CPD units as a mandatory requirement for the renewal of the professional identification card issued by the PRC or the Professional Regulation Commission. Number 7. What is the descriptor for a numerical grade of 80 as a level of proficiency? Letter A, advanced. Letter B, average. Letter C, very satisfactory. Or letter D, satisfactory. Okay, the correct answer is letter D, satisfactory. So according to the DepEd K to 12 grading system, a numerical grade of 80 to 84 falls under the satisfactory level of proficiency. So this means the learner has a good grasp of competencies that still need some improvement. Okay, while for letter A, advanced, this corresponds to a much higher grade range, typically 90 and above. While average for letter B, this is not an official descriptor used in the K-12 grading scale. While very satisfactory is usually, this one refers to the 85 to 89 grade range, which is higher than 80. All right. Number 80. Number 8. Which of the physical aspects of classroom management must be taken into consideration to get to know more your students? Letter A, classroom bulletin boards. Letter B, entrance and exit doors. Letter C, seating arrangement. Or letter D, line formation. Okay, the correct answer is letter C. Okay, so a well-planned seating arrangement allows the teacher to observe students closely, interact with them individually, and understand their personalities, learning styles, and social interactions. So it is a key physical aspect of classroom management for getting to know students better. Letter C. Okay, why the other choices or yeah are incorrect? Um, Classroom bulletin boards used mainly for displaying information or students' work, so they don't directly help the teachers learn about students' behavior or needs. And for entrance and exit doors, this one is important for safety and movement, but not for understanding students personally. And line formation helps in maintaining order during transition, but provides little opportunity to observe and know students individually. So the best answer is seating arrangement. Number 9, which assessment tools will you use so that performance results can be highly measurable? Letter A, journal writing. Letter B, demonstration of skills. Letter C, tests and quizzes. Or letter D, essay write requirement. Alright, so the correct answer is demonstration of skills, letter B. So when the goal is to assess performance in a way that is observable and measurable, so a demonstration of skills allows the teacher to directly see whether the student can perform a task correctly. So this can be done using rubrics or checklists. So the performance can be evaluated objectively, so making results measurable. So letter B. For journal writing, this is subjective and reflective, so this is not highly measurable. While tests and quizzes is good for knowledge assessment, but this may not capture practical skill performance. And for essay requirement, this is qualitative in nature, but requires interpretation and is less objectively measurable. Number 10. What is a measure of the spread of test scores? Letter A, median. Letter B, mean. Letter C, standard deviation. Or letter D, mode. Okay, the correct answer is standard deviation. So this is a statistical measure that shows how spread or dispersed the test scores are from the mean. Okay, so a higher standard deviation indicates greater variability among scores, while a lower standard deviation indicates that the scores are clustered closely around the mean. Okay. So for letter A, median, this one is incorrect because median represents the middle value of a data test. So this is not about the spread of scores. While mean also represents the average score, not the variability of scores. And mode represents the most frequently occurring scores, not the spread of scores. Only letter C. Number 11, what kind of process is required so that the teacher can engage students to participate in the learning process? Letter A, remote presence. Letter B, alter ego presence. Letter C, distance presence. Or letter D, physical presence. Okay, the correct answer is physical presence, letter D. So, physical presence of the teacher in the classroom allows direct interaction, immediate feedback, and active engagement with students. Being physically present helps the teacher monitor participation, um, address questions, and create a dynamic learning environment. Okay. So let's discuss other choices. For letter A, the remote presence. This involves teaching from a distance, like online teaching and learning, so which may limit real-time engagement and monitoring, so it's wrong. While alter ego presence is this one is not a recognized educational term, so it does not pertain to actual engagement in learning. While distance presence is similar to remote presence, lacks the immediacy and interaction of being physically present. Okay. Only letter D is the best answer. Number 12. The concept of globalization came about in recent years because the world has become borderless primarily due to blank. Letter A. Advances in technology. Letter B. Use of English as a medium of teaching. Letter C, teacher exchange programs. Or letter D, ASEAN integration. Okay, the correct answer is of course letter A, advances in technology. So globalization refers to the increasing interconnectedness of the world and advances in technologies such as the internet, communication tools, and transportation have made it possible for people, information and goods to move across borders rapidly and efficiently, making the world borderless. Okay, so letter A is the best answer. Um, for letter B, the use of English as a medium of teaching is not the primary driver of globalization. Yeah. Um, for letter C, uh, teacher exchange programs promote cultural and educational exchange, but on a small scale, not globally pervasive. While ASEAN integration um, affects Southeast Asia specifically, but globalization is a worldwide phenomenon driven mainly by technology. So, letter A is the best answer. Number 13. What does PQF mean? Letter A, Philippine Qualification Framework. Letter B, Philippine Quality Framework. Letter C, Philippine Qualification Frame. Or letter D, Philippine Quality Frame. Okay, the correct answer is Philippine Qualification Framework, letter A. This one is what we call the PQF. So this is a national policy that clarifies and describes learning achievements in terms of knowledge, skills, and competencies across different levels of education and training. So the PQF ensures alignment between education, training, and the needs of the labor market. Number 14, the following describes a learner with initiative that is appropriate for 21st century learning except letter A, ambition, letter B, indolence, letter C, inventiveness, or letter D, drive. Okay, the correct answer is indolence, letter B. So, 21st century learners are expected to show initiative, creativity, and motivation, qualities like ambition, inventiveness, and drive. So, indolence, meaning laziness or lack of effort, is contrary to taking initiative and is not appropriate for modern learning expectations. Okay, letter B is the exemption. Number 15. What characteristics manifest a teacher's empathy towards learners or students? Letter A, caring and love. Letter B, loyalty and affinity. Letter C, discipline and fortitude. Or letter D, strength and conviction. Alright, the correct answer is caring and love, letter A. So, empathy in teaching is shown through a teacher's ability to understand, to share, and to respond to students' feeling and needs. So, demonstrating caring and love helps create a supportive and nurturing learning environment, fostering student engagement and well being. Letter A is the best answer. All right, so and that's the end of the set of professional education-led questions part one. So how many did you get right? Comment your scores below and share your thoughts with us. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And stay tuned for the next video in the series and keep practicing. Your hard work now will pay off on the exam day. So keep aiming high, future licensed professional teachers. See you. Bye bye.